How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the formerly reversal quiz and the new final countdown show. And this is episode 4, and we are here with Schiggys, Yu-Gi-Oh cosplayer, Yu-Gi-Oh personality, streamer. What else can we say?
I'm a mess. Hello. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you for being here. How's it going?
It's going well. Happy Saturday or whatever. I guess whenever people are watching this, happy that day as well.
Yeah, for sure. So,
Okay.
this is the final countdown, the show that helps you get to know your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh personalities a little bit better. So today, as we mentioned, we have Shiggy. So we're going to be asking Shiggy's 20 questions about her Yu-Gi-Oh journey, if we can say that. How does that sound?
Oh yeah. It has been a journey, let me tell you. So I'm happy to answer them.
Recently topping locals as well. Congratulations.
I did. Oh my God. Listen, I recently topped locals. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Listen, I'm that kind of person. I've been to locals like 3 times in my entire life. So it was a miracle. It was truly a miracle, but thank you. Yes.
Yeah, well, third time's a charm. We had YCS champion Chris Lofton, and now we have Shiggy's locals topper and cyber.
Yeah, locals topper.
Cool. So I think the first question in everyone's mind is, when did you start playing Yu-Gi-Oh and how did you get into the game?
Okay, so I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh back in 2003 when literally everybody started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess who was alive then. And I begged my mom for the Yu-Gi structure deck for like months. I was like, "Mom, I want that." And she's like, "Well, I just don't think girls play Yu-Gi-Oh. Don't you want Barbies?" And I'm like, "No, I don't. I literally want the cards. Give me the trading cards." And she got them for me for Christmas. She got my brother, I believe, the Blue Eyes one, or I think my brother got the Yu-Gi one, and I got the Blue Eyes one. I think I very vividly remember wanting the
Classic.
Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. And we didn't know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Like literally, my deck at the time was like this big. I rubber banded it together. Every card I got just went into it. It was such a mess. We didn't know how to play. I was such a cheater. I'd like bend the rules so I would win, and my brother was just like, okay, because he's younger than me, so he didn't know. And
Like all of
we
us.
didn't yeah, oh for sure. So yeah, and like, do you remember? I don't know like where you're from. If you guys have them, they're like gotcha. They were like gotcha machines. They had them like supermarkets. They had like Yu-Gi-Oh ones where you could like put a quarter or a dollar in, and like it would spit out a Yu-Gi-Oh card at like the grocery store.
Wow,
So
I
like,
wish. No, we didn't have those.
oh, that's sad because that is such a like core memory in my childhood of like if I ever like if I went because I hated going errand shopping with my mom, so she'd be like, "Oh, we can do like the gotcha machine. You can like we used to call them egg machines because they'd spit out these little eggs, but like obviously the Yu-Gi-Oh cards ones weren't like egg machines. But I got a 7-colored fish from that, and it was like my most beloved and also best card because it was like 4 stars and 1700 attack or something.
Yeah,
So it was like
18.
normal summon it.
So good.
18. Okay,
Is
yeah,
it
it was
18?
really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, so
Awesome.
that's yeah.
That's so cool. That's the bribe to go errand shopping with your mom.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was very easy to please as a child.
And do you remember what was the first booster pack you opened?
Definitely Legend of Blue Eyes. I think that was the first one.
Wow.
Yeah, because I
OG.
started playing. Yeah, I don't have any of those cards, and I hate myself for it.
We all
I don't
do.
know where they are.
I like gave them to a nephew or something like 15 years ago, and they're all gone by now.
They're definitely in like some landfill somewhere, probably degraded long ago.
And besides getting the Kaiba structure deck, what was the first actual deck you remember playing?
Okay, so I quit Yu-Gi-Oh. Obviously, like I grew out of it. I was like, oh, I'm too cool for like anime, like, or I'm too cool for that. And then I like started watching Naruto, and it was all downhill for me. But then in 2010, I graduated high school in 2011, and I like my college had this thing called the game room. And we would all go and like play Yu-Gi-Oh after school, after in between classes and stuff. And it was like, I mean, I played in like a few regionals back then, but like never topped. I was always coming like the bottom, you know. I just liked playing Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, so I just went and did it. But my first like real deck came out of that era of my life, and I played Omni Hero. So I played like back. It was during like Tour Guide and Zector format, and I played like Omni Hero with like super polymerization because the Dark Hero had come out in like 2012 or something, and I had like the Shining was really good, Stratos, all that stuff. So. I really enjoy Hero. Hero's like probably one of my most beloved decks. I know that that's pretty like, you know, cliche, and it's like everyone's beloved deck, but I
That's a
love
classic.
It's a class, exactly. That's what I'm saying, and it's so much fun to play, and it's always getting new support, which like, and there's
That's
so
true.
much support for it, so you can play it in so many different ways. So I don't know, I like Hero, but definitely Omni Heroes is my first like real deck, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, for sure. So going from playing in college to playing in tournaments, what is your most memorable tournament experience or story?
Okay, as of recently, it was definitely topping locals, like 100%. I mean, I know that's like to a lot of people that's nothing, right? Like, I mean, there are people topping YCSs, and I mean, my locals is like 24 people, and but for me, it was a big deal because like I always think I'm like the worst at Yu-Gi-Oh. My whole thing for a while was like I'm the worst Yu-Gi-Oh streamer because I don't know what I'm doing, and for me too, locals is hard because there's so much going on, and it's hard for me to focus and read fast, and it's just intimidating a lot of the time. I was being the only woman in a card shop, no one like wants to think about it, but it's intimidating for me. Everyone at my card shop is very nice, by the way. They're all like, super cool, and they've welcomed me with like open arms, and they've always been really respectful. But for me, it's like this weird mental like mind game I play with myself, which is kind of lame. But I went and I topped the local, and I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, don't cry. They're gonna think you're a freak. But like they called my name, and Moses parted the sea. They parted as I went up, and I told them my name and gave them my information, and they all looked at me, and they were like they don't really know me, so they were like, who is this girl who just like came in? And it felt so good, and I left, and like the tears are down my eyes, and I'm like, I did it, mom. Thank you for the structure deck, and I was just so happy. I
It's
never
such
really
a good
thought it was.
feeling topping your first
Oh
like
yeah.
even local. I mean, me topping my first locals was definitely emotional. Like after playing for a while, you finally get some sort of achievement, and it's so much fun.
Yeah. So
Cool.
true.
So
So
the next
hopefully they're amazing
question
for my mom.
was supposed to be, is there a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh accomplishment that you're proud of? But I guess that would be topping locals.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And I think topping locals is really important, but I think also too, and this is kind of like, this is so cheesy. I'm a cheesy person. I'm sorry. But I think also like I went to YCS Niagara. That was my
Mm.
first. I mean, I played like sort of played in a YCS. That was kind of complicated, but it was like my first like real YCS that I prepared for, that I planned to go to. I played, and I wanted to play and do well in. And I was so nervous going to that tournament because it's such a high level tournament, right? And so I like was afraid I was gonna get like people were gonna be mean to me, and it was gonna be really awkward, and I wasn't gonna know what I was gonna do, what I was doing, and I was gonna sit there and get totally like my ass handed to me. But I went confidently, and I sat down, and I like took up space, and I did the thing. And I mean, I didn't do that well. I think I ended up going like 2-3, and like I dropped because I was like done. But I mean, I went, and that's for me, showing up is a small victory. Like sometimes you just got to take those small victories and like, move forward with them. And like now I'm like really excited about Yu-Gi-Oh again, and like I'm deck building, and I'm playing on stream, and I'm streaming a lot more, and it's just like really reinvigorated my love for Yu-Gi-Oh and competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. And just going to YCS and like seeing all my friends and like playing in the main event, and then we ended up playing in the 3v3 event, and we scrubbed out of that too, but we had such a good time. That's a huge accomplishment for me because I'm like super weird and awkward, so like, and I don't like going outside. So going outside was like awesome for me. I don't
I
know.
can definitely sympathize. I think like going to a YCS is a lot of people's like aspiration, I suppose, and like
Yeah.
competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. Not a lot of people can actually get to go to a YCS. Depends on where you live or like a budget or something like that. So I think that's really cool and a really cool experience as well. Like seeing, like being on the floor when it happens. I mean, must be like super
Oh, yeah.
thrilling.
It was awesome. Like the energy, and like everyone is there because they love Yu-Gi-Oh literally so much, and
Yep.
they're all super passionate, and like everyone was just all of my opponents, I don't know what it was. I got so lucky with opponents. They were all super super cool. Um which was really awesome, and yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, that's always good to see. Um, the next question: what is a weird card you recently searched for? Whether it's like to buy or to put in a deck or something like that.
Oh, so like a favorite card, or just a card that like I was looking for to complete a deck?
Yeah, that.
Okay, so I think, and this is a very objective opinion, that Link Apple is the best card in the game. Source is
Yes.
me. I really love it. I love Link Apple. I love Cyberse cards. We all know this, but Yeah, they're super cute, and Link Apple's like a Tamagotchi, so it's very like 90s like esque, and it's super cute. I love Link Apple.
Awesome. I remember when Ruxin opened like 10 cases of Battle of Chaos, we were counting in the chat how many link apples he got. So that was super fun. Like
Yeah,
40
that's
link
so
apples,
funny.
let's go.
Let's go. That's awesome. That's more than I have. So
Yeah,
I'm a
link
little
apples is the
jealous.
best. And
Yeah.
what would be the last card you sleeved?
Oh wow, that's such a cool question. I don't know. I mean, I just received re-sleeved my entire math mech deck with new sleeves. So probably one of those, one of my math mech cards, maybe like circular. I'm honestly not sure, but just re-sleeved the whole deck.
What sleeves did you get?
Oh, can I show you? They're so nice.
Yeah.
This is like not sponsored or anything. To be fair, I don't think anybody wants me talking about their stuff since I'm so chaotic. But I got Sunny from the Top Cut podcast is a good friend of mine, and he's sponsored by Dragon Shields. And so he just like gave me the new wraiths, and they're so
Ooh,
freaking beautiful. They match my Masquerina deck box like almost perfectly.
that
And
is
I
sick.
just love them. Yeah, they're so nice.
That is so cool. Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know if you do you play on Dueling Book at all?
I don't play on Dueling Book, and it's because I value my mental health, and I'm also not trying to get wrinkles over a card game, so I don't play on Dueling Book. I prefer like Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega. It's like an online simulator. It's automatic.
Yeah,
It's not
it's really
optional.
really good. I really like Omega.
Yeah, and it's fun to
So
stream.
the question was supposed to be, what's your current default Dueling Book deck? So we're just gonna do that with Omega then.
Okay. So right now, my default deck is Heat Soul Control. It's my favorite deck. It's like Salamangreat and Code Talker kind of combined, focusing on Heat Soul, where you summon Heat Soul and you set some control back row if you want, but you're basically just like activating Heat Soul to draw into your hand traps. So like half the deck is like Salamangreat and like extenders and microcoder and all of that, but part of it, like the other half or a good chunk of it, is like hand traps. Just like rip into the hand traps and like activate them, and yeah, it's cool. I love that deck. I love brains. So
Cool. And now you got it in Duel Links as well.
yeah, yes. Oh my god, yes. I'm like obsessed. I'm so happy. I've never played Duel Links in my life, and then I've launched Vrains, and now I'm like Duel Links pilled. I'm playing Duel Links. All I think about is Duel Links. I'm like, how am I going to build this deck? I'm ready to grind. It's like crazy. I don't know. I'm so happy about it. It's awesome.
Yeah, all my friends ditched me for Duel Links recently. Ever since like Brains came
Oh,
out, I have nobody to test with anymore.
oh, I'm so sorry.
So the next question is going to be, what is your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh set or product of all time?
Of all time. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna throw it back, and I think objectively the best set, and this is not objective at all, it's very subjective. Do you guys remember the gosh, what set was it? What was it called? It was the GX binders, the legendary collection. The GX legendary collection was so fire. And like part of that was because I was playing like Crystal Beasts and Heroes at the time, and they like rarity bumped a bunch of stuff, but it was just such a cool set. You got that cool sharp binder, and then like all of the cards just looked absolutely gorgeous because like they were getting reprinted as secrets, and secrets my favorite rarity, but it was just
Mine
it was so
too.
beautiful.
Nobody
Oh
agrees
my
with me
god.
ever.
Yeah, but okay, listen.
Secret is so
Secret is
good.
so good, and it's sharp. I mean, I like Prismatic Secret too, but I kind of like they're kind of in the same world. So,
Me
but they're
too.
so beautiful. I love that collection. I think about it often. I like part of me is like, what if I just like bought some to open? And I know that's like not a good purchasing decision, but like I want that nostalgia.
Yeah, that was such a cool set. So
It's cool.
we recently got a ban list that everybody was waiting for. So
Oh.
we got a few ban list questions, and now it's going to be interesting because this is the first show after the ban list. So the first question will be, if you had the power to ban one card, it could be for personal reasons, it could be for gameplay reasons, anything you want.
Okay. Please don't cancel me, but I think I would ban Dark Magician. I've had enough of it, honestly. I've had enough of Dark Magician support. I know it's crazy. I'm like a little bit wild. I've had enough of Dark Magician support. I'm tired of looking at it. I'm tired of it on product. I respect the Dark Magician players. I think that they I don't, no disrespect to like DM lovers, but like I just think that some other cards need a little bit of time to shine. That's just my opinion.
That's actually a cool take and a good reason. I like that.
I don't want like Dark Magician stands to like hate me. I respect you and I respect your grind, but also I'm just like not a huge fan of. I'm not like I like DM and I'm starting to like understand and come to love DM Duel Monsters, the original series, a little bit, but I just feel like I don't know, it's just every product every year there's like new Dark Magician support and I've had enough. Konami,
Yes.
I've had enough.
We have had enough of Dark Magician. How can anybody say that? But that's Shiggy's take. That's the take. Ban Dark Magician. Dark Magician
Dark
0.
Magician forever. Never bring it back.
So the next question will be giving you the power to take a card off of the ban list.
Okay. What would I take off of the ban list? Well, I would put Gazelle at 3, Salamangreat Gazelle at 3. And I have a lot of opinions about this because like I play Salamangreat, it's my favorite deck, obviously. I don't think 3 Gazelle would make the deck like broken. I know like some people are really degenerate with Salamangreat, but I feel like the people who are really degenerate with Salamangreat are degenerate with Salamangreat with Gazelle at like 1. You could probably take Gazelle out and they would still be degenerate with it. Because like those people are like so good at Salamangreat and I don't know how they do it. I have so much respect for those people. But I mean like for me, I'm bad at Yu-Gi-Oh! So like I need 3 Gazelle. Konami, please. I'm begging. I don't think, listen, I'm like the only one still playing Salamangreat and I'm not good. I'm not gonna like ruin your format. Please let me have it.
Just take Gazelle off the list to like push Vrains now with Salads and Links. I think that's the idea.
Oh, 100%. I think they should do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And the last balance question, if you had to limit one card.
Limit one card. Interesting. What would I limit? I'm not even sure. It's a card I really hate.
Dark Magician Girl.
Oh no, I would never do that to her. I love her. She's an icon. She deserves to be at 3.
That's true.
What I limit? Okay, so I would probably limit. God, this is also probably a controversial take. I would probably limit Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I would do that because I think Blue Eyes White Dragon players, like I want them to explore opportunities and explore decks outside of Blue Eyes. I think like Blue Eyes has had its time to shine as well, and I really want to see them play something that isn't Blue Eyes. So if I limit Blue Eyes, that probably makes it a little bit harder to play the deck. So yeah, I would limit Blue Eyes.
Yeah,
for sure.
I wonder what would Kaiba do with only one Blue Eyes in his deck.
He'd probably have a meltdown
in the show.
Yeah, he'd have a meltdown, but that's also not my problem. So that's fine by me.
I'm like imagining the original show with like Kaiba having only one Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
So much less interesting. Cool. Awesome take. So the next question, might be a little bit obvious giving your love to Cybers, but if you were a Yu-Gi-Oh card, what type and attribute would you be?
Okay, I would be a Cybers type. That's obvious. But I think, what attribute would I be? I would probably, that's a really good question. These are really fun questions. Let me think. I think I would be, I think I'd be like maybe a light attribute because I'm a morning person. Like I always wake up at 6 a.m.
Cool.
And because I don't know, maybe that's why. As long as like, I mean, if I was a Yu-Gi-Oh card, I'd be like definitely a light attribute, and I would have to have a cup of coffee somewhere in my artwork. Otherwise, it's like, oh, someone also said fire or dark in chat. That's also fire because of Salamangreat, and
yeah,
I would
fire
also
salad. Dark is IP, of course.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think no, that's I think
like
fire
the
or
light
dark
take.
also.
Yeah, light Cybers that you don't get to see those a lot.
No, you don't, for sure. So,
all right, so we got light. We're locking it in light Cybers. The next question: what is your favorite card you currently own?
They currently own? Oh my god, can I show you?
Yes.
Oops. Okay.
The
so
binder. The IP
this
binder.
Is my binder of women. I'm missing one, but this is my favorite. It's her. Just all of her.
Yeah.
Whatever
the
artwork she's in. Sorry, this is like not very good at showing everybody. I love her so much. I'm missing one because she's in my deck right now.
What is it?
So, it's IP. Just IP.
Oh, it's another IP. Let's go.
Yeah, this is my IP Masquerina page. I'm just obsessed with her. I also have one in my phone, which you can't see, but I really love her. And I don't know, there's just something about her and her chaotic energy that I just absolutely adore. And
IP is
strive to
so
be like.
based. So
Yeah,
based.
she is.
We love IP. The next question. What was the last card you got rid of?
I got rid of. Okay,
So
so
traded.
oh well, I
Threw
mean,
out
I
the
didn't get rid of
window.
it. Oh yeah, it definitely went into a dumpster. Okay, so in YCS Niagara, I got Morphtronic FTK'd. I'd never been FTK'd in my life. It was the worst experience I've ever had. I don't get tilted playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like even if I lose, and even if I lose poorly, as long as like I can come out of the duel learning something, I'm pretty happy. I'm content. As long as my opponent like isn't a jerk, like I'm chill. I don't care. But literally, and my opponent was very nice. I don't even want to like say it was his fault, but he literally Morphtronic FTK'd me, and we were sitting there for like 10 minutes as he's just playing solitaire, and I'm like, oh. It's like I'm just sitting there and I'm just like playing like shuffling my cards and like doing the thing, and I'm like thinking about my next move, and he just keeps going, and then he starts gaining life points, and then he starts hitting my life points, and I'm like, are you just gonna FTK me? And he's just like, yeah. And I'm like,
Oh my
oh,
God.
okay. But I was so tilted, I was so mad that night I went home. I went back to our Airbnb and I went on TCG Player and I bought 574 Morphtronic Telefons. So I just have a box of them here. I'm not kidding. I was so mad, and I bought them because I didn't want anyone to have them. I didn't want literally no one is allowed to have these. I wanted
That
to.
is
I'd buy all of them
hilarious.
if I
Oh
could.
my God.
So they're everywhere now. They're like all over my apartment. They're in my kitchen. They're all over my desk. There's like some even here. They're like the glitter of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They're just like everywhere. And
That
so
is amazing.
some of them have definitely made it into the trash. Was it cathartic? Yes. Would I do it again? Absolutely. But I hate Morphtronic Telefon. Me and all my friends hate Morphtronic Telefon. I'd get rid of all of them if I could. That is my goal in life. My Yu-Gi-Oh goal is to get rid of every single Morphtronic Telefon. Actually, I probably should have just banned Morphtronic Telefon. I don't know what I was
There
thinking.
you go.
But
Well, Dark Magician is saved now, but that is the most
Yeah.
interesting and the funniest answer we've gotten so far on this question.
Yeah.
So, 500 copies of Telephone. Cool. The next question. Who is your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh personality or personalities?
Oh, okay. Good question. Okay, so I have a lot. I feel like our community is so diverse with so many cool like creators and personalities and just people in general. The obvious ones I really obviously love like MBT and Farfa. I think that they're both great. I think that they're really cool people, and they're really like they're really cool people who like have a lot of like diverse guests on their streams. They're always like really active and like, trying to be inclusive, which I really love. So I really like both of them. I also absolutely adore Zara Fifth Rate Duelist and Heart of the Cards 96, who is an Instagram personality. She's amazing. She has like the most incredible Yu-Gi-Oh collection I have ever seen in my entire life. And Zara is obviously like goals. I wouldn't be anywhere near as competitive as I am without Zara. So both of them are amazing. And I also, love like Logan Crush Cards, who is just like absolute content creator goals. She's amazing. I know you had her on your
Love Logan.
podcast, but she's amazing. She has energy that I aspire to have. And then Eva Lise is also amazing. She's really she's very like outspoken about a lot of issues within the community as well, and she's so cool. She's like so nice and so smart and well spoken. I absolutely adore her. She just started streaming too, which is amazing, and I'm really excited to be a part of her community. And
Awesome.
there's so many amazing creators that we have, but yeah, those are a few of my favorites. I mean, there's so many more, but that's just off the top of my head.
Good shout outs. Good checks. Yeah, make sure you check all of those folks out.
Oh, yeah, for
The
sure.
next question. What was the favorite Yu-Gi-Oh format you ever played, and why?
Okay, my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh format I've ever played. I mean, I know it's kind of like cheesy. This format I'm actually not mad about. Maybe not with the new ban list. I haven't played it within the new ban list yet, but I liked last format with Sprite and Tearlament. I was playing, it was my first meta deck. I've never really played a meta deck before. Mathmech is like, I mean, it's not even really like meta, but it's like my first good deck that I could like actually do stuff with and learn. So I do really love, I love Mathmech, but I also love, I don't know. What other formats have I played in that I liked? Not a lot. Does Master Duel count? I
Yep.
know Master Duel is kind of like a weird format. I love Master Duel, especially the original Master Duel format. It was like the first time I could play Salamangreat at like a really like high level and do okay with it. So that was really fun. I got to like Platinum 1 with Salamangreat, like pure, like when Master Duel came out. And that was like another big achievement that I had. So I do love that. But yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess those two.
Awesome. So we mentioned locals during one of our first questions. What does the local scene and local experience look like where you're from?
Okay, so we have I'm from Philadelphia area, so we have a pretty competitive Yu-Gi-Oh community here. We have really big regionals. I've been to them like 10 years ago, like as a casual player just to play Yu-Gi-Oh because it was accessible to me, but I never played like regionals like seriously. We have a card shop here that it's called Deal Me In Games. It's fantastic. It's a really great card. It's really small, but we have 24 people to 30 people at our locals every time I've been, so like it's pretty inclusive. Everybody is very respectful and has been super nice to me, which has been really cool. We have some other smaller card shops. They're not my cup of tea personally. A lot of like really like intense like kind of sweaty gamers there, and that's I'm not trying to judge anyone. Like, live your life. If that's your life, live your life. It's just not me. I'm just myself or whatever, but yeah, but that shop is really nice. And I remember going for the first time and playing in the local there, and I had such a good experience that I like went back the next day, and the guy, I like left a nice review because like I'm obviously a Yu-Gi-Oh Karen, but I left a really nice review on Yelp of the card shop, and I was like, I never had such a good experience at a card shop before. And the owner actually like thanked me for the review the next time I was there, so I thought that was really nice that they like recognized that. And I don't know, everyone's just really nice, and I've like met friends there, which is crazy. I only have like online friends, so like making IRL Yu-Gi-Oh friends was really nice. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a
Yeah.
good shop.
Awesome. A local experience is like so important in your like Yu-Gi-Oh journey.
Yeah.
If you have like a support of locals and like making friends, it makes the game so much better.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it is competitive for the most part. It depends on who's there and what day, but they do play at a very high level. So yeah, sorry, my Fogel just walked in, so just saying hi. But yeah, it's been a really good locals experience, and I've learned a lot, obviously, from playing with them and going. I mean, I've only been a handful of times because it's like weird hours when I can go, but it's been pretty good overall.
Awesome. So the next question, question 19, one before the last one. How do you prepare for an event? Do you have like a ritual or like a specific, like something you do to make sure you're ready for an event?
No. I have like no, I just go into it. I don't know. No, I really don't actually prepare at all, which is probably very evident on how my records look. Literally, like for literally the day before YCS, I realized I was missing like 6 cards in my deck. I laid them all out and I was like, oh wow, I'm actually missing like 3 key combo pieces. Well, what am I gonna do? And I had to like trade for them like before the tournament. Like a crazy person, which I'm never going to do again. I'm actually going to prepare next time because
Yes. So next time there is going to be a ritual. So
yeah.
the last question, what would be your main advice for somebody going into Yu-Gi-Oh in 2022?
Oh, okay. This is cool. All right. So my main advice for like new players, especially maybe if you're like a woman or someone who's like, or even someone who's just like nervous to go to locals, is I think the most important thing is to just like, I know this is like harder, it's easier said than done, but sometimes just like going and showing up is like really important. Like just go. Like you're gonna lose, and that's just part of Yu-Gi-Oh. Even the best players lose, and it sucks. But like understanding that you're gonna lose and it's gonna suck. Also like finding like allies within your space as well. I think that's what really helped me too, is like finding people who are like me and who support me and like want to test decks and like use deck lists, and has been really helpful as well. And also understanding that like sometimes just showing up is the biggest victory of them all. Like you don't have to win. If you don't top, it doesn't matter. Like you showed up and you did it, and it was scary, but like you did it, and that's amazing. And also like there's a ton of resources that you can find online. Like literally any deck you want to play, some YouTuber has made a deck list on it. So like, don't be afraid to deck. Like, who cares? Like, what are they gonna like? Who's gonna stop you? Like, if YouTubers didn't want you to net deck their stuff, they wouldn't put it out there. Like, that's just
100%.
like how it works. So like definitely use the resources, and like there's tons of Discord communities you can like practice in. I have a really nice and inclusive Discord community of a bunch of chaotic people who just absolutely love Yu-Gi-Oh, and anyone will test with you at like any hour. There's someone out there, but there's other Discord servers, a lot of content creators have them, or even like specific archetype ones. So yeah, just find like the right community for you, and like what your goals are, set goals and crush your goals. My goal was topping locals, and I did that, so now I'm going to the next step. So I don't know, that was like kind of a chaotic explanation, but like sometimes my best advice is like just showing up is half the battle, and just playing is the other half.
I 100% agree. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shiggies. Let the people back home
for sure
know where they can find you.
Oh my gosh, so you can follow me on twitch.tv/crystalabundance. I spell it really weird. I'm sorry. That was a mistake in my part.
I typed it 4 times into my Discord add friends, and I was like, no, this is not right.
I like spell it wrong in my own, like I'll like promote Twitter and I'll spell it wrong. You can also find me on Twitter. I'm actually most active on Twitter. I would tell you to follow me, but like it's a lot. So I don't know if you want to do that, but also like Instagram, but it's all Crystal Abundance, spelled in my chaotic way, but definitely appreciate it. And yeah, thank you so much for having me. This was so fun. Your questions are so fun.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a real blast, and we're going to put all of the links down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, Schiggys, for participating. This was amazing. No Make sure to leave a thumbs up in the video, subscribe to the channel, and go check out Shiggy's socials. See you in the next one. Peace.
All right. Later, Gators.
Laters.